Welcome to the 4-H Alumni Series Clover Connection, where we are hosting 4-H alumni to learn about their experiences in 4-H and how 4-H impacted their lives. Today we have Evelyn Brandt Thomas with us. Evelyn is the co-founder and owner of Brandt Consolidated since 1953 and is a 4-H alumna from Sangamon County. So Evelyn, we are thrilled to have you today to talk about your 4-H experience. So first of all, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thank you. I was born August 25th, 1923 in Salisbury Township, which is the address today is what Pleasant Plains. I was born on the family farm, and we lived on this farm for 12 years. We had no electricity or running water. It was we literally lived off the land back then. And my dad farmed with horses until I was 12 years old. And at that time, my dad was able to move to another farm. He was a tenant farmer, and we moved to another farm, and we then had electricity, and it was then that 4-H came into my life. I was 12 years old when I started, and I was a member until I was 18, I guess. But my projects while we lived on this farm, I had a little Jersey calf called Trixie. I had barred rock chickens. And of course I had and that was a Gardner egg with Trixie, and then we also belonged to the Gardner Busy Bees, which was the sewing and cooking part of 4-H. So it was, we participated in county shows, talent shows, whatever came along, we were part of. We had a group of about 12 gals in the Busy Bees. And of course, the ag group was quite a large group. George Gannett was the head of the ag group, and it was it was fantastic. And some of our boys were in the county ball team too. And so the county shows were held at the fairgrounds, and in 1938 I entered my cookies at the state fair, but it was in the 4-H division of the state fair, and I got a blue ribbon, and I still have the ribbon to show it. And then and of course I was in 4-H until the age limit, and of course then I was working, and I didn't have the time anyway, so I was probably out maybe even before I was 18. So, and to fast forward to about 1947, I guess, Edith Irwin from Perry, Missouri, came to Sangamon County, and she was the originator of the rural youth in Sangamon County. So so it was in 1948 that I met Gordon. And of course I was able to be a member of the rural youth group until we married in 1950. And then about probably 20 years later, we decided to have a reunion of the past members, and that went over big, really big. We had some square dancing and picnics and whatever, and it was just really a good time to get together. And with the last 4 or 5 years of our get together, I hosted them at Concordia Village. I lived at Concordia Village, and we have were able to entertain outside groups, so I would have the meetings there. But today, we disbanded probably a couple couple of years ago, but I'd say today I bet there's not a half a dozen of members still alive. But it was just a fabulous thing, and you wonder what, of course, 4-H taught us skills, number one, and public speaking, because sometimes you had to talk about your project, and if you had a group project, it taught you to work together, and if you were assigned something, a project or do some research, why you did it, and it was our entertainment in those years. I give 4-H credit for meeting my husband, and because of 4-H was the original organization, and the rural youth developed from that group, and almost all of them that were in 4-H became rural youth members. So it's been quite exciting to get together, because as actually a lot of our members were mainly gals who came in to Springfield to work for the state. They were from different counties, probably as far as 100 miles from Springfield. So it was kind of a melting pot, actually,
sure,
of the area around Springfield. So, so it was great. It was a wonderful experience. We had our meetings at the our Farm Bureau building, and at one night we were having our meeting. My husband was at the U of I at the time, and he was taking a class from Duke Regner on social recreation, and he brought over all of his class, or quite a few of his class, and led the recreation for one of our 4-H meetings. So it did some things for the community. So
tell me a little bit more about Trixie. I know that was a very special 4-H project.
She was a dairy calf, and naturally she was a beautiful, color of a light tan and brown or whatever. And I don't even remember how she placed in the show. Probably not too good. I don't know. Well, I think 4-H mainly teaches you responsibility, because you're given a project and it's up to you to take care of it, to nurture it, whatever your project is. But I think the main thing what it teaches you is when you pick a project, why that's your baby. You're the one that's going to have to see it to the end, and you want to do the best you can, because you'd like to bring home that blue ribbon. Blue ribbon, yes. I think that's about. And of course, it also taught you a little bit about public speaking too, because you'd have to talk to the group about your project, what you're doing about your project, and then we had contests too. I think I can't remember. That's a few years ago. I want you to know that would be in the 30s. In high school in 1940. So that was before I graduated from high school.
Yes.
So.
But tell me what your favorite memory in 4-H was.
A favorite memory. Well, I think favorite memory is the night that I met Gordon at the Dunlap Hotel.
Okay.
And I can tell you, we were probably doing the Texas Shotties too, I think, or one of those folk dances, because we had mixers.
Right.
And evidently it was in one of those that we matched up, and it just, in fact, he told his friend going home that night, "I'm going to marry that girl." Aww. And he just had met me like a couple of hours earlier. So
it was meant to be.
And then, of course, I got to enjoy a lot of the social life on the campus at the University of Illinois. While Gordon attended there, I had a friend, Roberta Young. She married Wayne Archer, lived at 4-H House.
Okay.
And she was dating Wayne Archer from here in Springfield. And so when Wayne would go to Champaign, I'd go with him. And I would stay with Roberta at 4-H House.
Oh.
So I tell everybody I spent 2 years at the University of Illinois and never had to crack a book.
You still support 4-H today, is at the Illinois State Fair and at the Sale of Champions. Tell me why you love that event so much and why you still support it.
Well, the reason we like it so much because that individual animal that we buy, he or she has worked all summer getting this project ready for the show, and so it shows that hard work pays off. If you focus on some project and give it all you've got, I mean it pays off at the end. You really have something to be proud of, and we're glad to be a part of that and support them. If we didn't do this, really, these young people would not be doing what they're doing, and also, and they're, by them doing such a good job, young people will learn from what this young person has done, so then they can maybe be the one next year to be that winner.
That's right.
Because they can see what hard work and concentration and focusing that does pay off if you.
Well, you are loyal and dedicated to the Illinois State Fair and to Illinois 4-H, and we thank you for that.
Of course, being raised on the farm, like you can take the girl out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the girl. So
That's right.
And I tell everybody I still got dirt under my nails.
That's right.
So.
Now, in 2017, you had a NASCAR car that had both the 4-H and FFA emblem. And how did that come to be?
Well, that's a no-brainer if you're a fertilizer company, and these people are your customers. Why you're going to show them off to the world, so to speak.
That's right.
That we are. That's right. Because 4-H and FFA, there's our future customers out there. So and we want to make them proud to know that the community and wherever this film TV show is broadcast knows that they're alive and well and making life better for other young people with their accomplishments. And so of course every year I think there's more and more new projects that today it's just not animals and sewing and cooking. I mean, it's a lot of other types of projects has been added.
And what are some of those changes that you've seen with 4-H, that from when you were in 4-H and the Boys and Girls Club to today?
Oh, I don't know. Well, mainly is the addition of the other projects. Ag club was strictly animals. There was hogs and sheep and cattle and chickens, and probably and rabbits. I guess it was all.
Yeah.
But and then of course in the sewing was actually. I think your first project of the sewing, you made a skirt. I think if everybody made that is their first project in sewing. It made our summer was spent going to club meetings and also preparing for the show and getting your project, because you always exhibit them at the county show and hoping that you get a blue ribbon or
Right.
or whatever. But no, it was pretty much my life, even after I got married until the end of the Rookville Youth Meeting.
Or what would you tell a young person today about why they should join 4-H?
Well, they need to join 4-H because they need to know a little bit more about farming and about where their food comes from, and they also need to know how important it is because they are feeding the world, and if they're not in there and helping, and I know some of their projects they are feeding some of the less underprivileged. They're feeding them at times, and I saw a bumper sticker the other day. It says, "No farm, no food."
That's right.
So they learn something about what's the glue that holds this world together, and it's the food. It's the food, because without food,
I know you've been very instrumental over the years in helping our hunger awareness project in Illinois 4-H. And I know those numbers were well over 1 million meals that we were able to help give. And so thanks to you for supporting that and helping us with that program as well. Is there any other things that we didn't get to talk about that you wanted to share?
But we talked about my race car. See, that was given to me for my 90th birthday. And I tell everybody, life begins at 90. Because I got that race car for my 90th birthday. I bought a $50,000 4-H hog at the state fair. And I got to throw out the first pitch for the Cardinals.
Yes.
In St. Louis. And then shortly after that, I got an honorary doctorate of humane letters from University of Illinois in Springfield. And just a few years ago, I got the first citizen in Springfield. And I told him I didn't think I was going to live long enough to get it, because I was already 99. So I'm 100, and this year I received the award from the Abraham Lincoln Academy. So, and then I've got, and of course, several other ones, but most of the unusual in awards and it's been since I was 90. So I tell everybody, life begins at 90. Life begins at 90. So, and I still go to work every day, and so that well, and the latest thing that's very important. There's a new building under construction at our research farm in Pleasant Plains. And this new building is going to be called the Evelyn Brandt Thomas Ag Innovation Center. And it will be used for training and education. And it will be, we'll have space for small groups. And we are expecting quite a busy time with 4-H FFA groups are out of foreign visitors or any type of organization that's interested in what we're doing in research in the way of for corn, beans, and other seeds. So we're pretty excited about that. It's supposed to be done in time for my 101st birthday on August the 25th. So, and right now we have been in business for 70 years. It started out in Central Illinois, and we are now a global business, and we have manufacturing plants in Utah, in Florida, in Spain, and in Africa, and Brazil, and
I think I read 80 countries. Is that right?
80 countries.
80
we have
countries.
250 employees in Illinois, about 800 worldwide, and like I tell everybody, we're on a roll. We're on a roll. Stay out of our way.
That's right. That's right. Well, Evelyn, thank you so much for your time today and sharing your 4-H story with us. Like I said, you are a pioneer. You are someone that is a loyal and dedicated 4-H alumna, and we couldn't be more proud to call you one of our friends and 4-H alumni. So thank you for joining us today, and have a great day.